So I'm just gonna play, watching my eyes away, Dr. Play, watching my eyes away, Dr. Play, watching my eyes away.
Welcome back, guys. Well, once again, we are back with another one, but this time, guys, we are back with the second Tiki drink in the series for the wine that we will be making, and this one hits close to home. This one is the Hurricane, which originally is thought to have come from New Orleans, from Pat O'Brien's on Bourbon Street. But as I said up in my other videos, I'm not going to touch too much on the history of these drinks. I'm just going to do my interpretation as a wine or mead, whatever direction I decide to go in. And obviously we're doing another mead, as you see our honey sitting in front of us. But this is going to be my interpretation of the Hurricane, and I'm also going to stick with traditional ingredients as far as our lemons and stuff, and lime and passion fruit. And as you see, we have rum here, but the rum is going to be used to do another extract. But anyway, like I said, I'm not going to take too long to go over this one. We're going to keep it simple. Basically, what I'm going to do, just to give you a little explanation, is I'm going to go ahead and juice the lemons that we have here and the limes, because we want to get about 16 ounces of lemon juice. And this is what I think about a 3-pound, 4-pound bag. Picked it up from Walmart, guys. I think it's a 3-pound bag, so should be able to easily get about 16 ounces of juice from the lemons. We're going to also be juicing our limes, and we want about 16 ounces of juice from our limes or whatever. And right here I have Rubicon passion fruit juice. I can't remember where I picked this up at. All I know is that I seen it up in the store, and I was like, okay, passion fruit juice or whatever, and it's actually a concentrate. So I just went ahead and picked it up, and it's exactly 30, well, I was about to say 32 ounces, but we're going to use this whole thing of the passion fruit juice or whatever to get that passion juice flavor. And it has passion fruit concentrate, and it also have some artificial flavors here and there, but I'll end up showing you guys some substitutions you can use if you can't find this, or if you're up in certain areas, what you can get hold of to make this drink. To get our well, this is to cover the fruit in the Hurricane. Now, to get our kind of rum island flavor, or whatever you want to say, we are using Amburana extract. Like I said, guys, Amburana have like a toasty spice note to it. It's actually a pretty good wood to use if you're trying to get a mead, a wine, or anything with a little spice in it, and a different kind of spice than just using cinnamon, cloves, and stuff like that. Because with this, it kind of gives you like a French toast feel. with a little something extra. It's like you taste it and it's like it tastes familiar, but you can't quite put your hand on it. But this is great. And like I said, this is one of the extracts I've been made, and you can always check out my how to make extracts, liqueurs, and syrups video. Once again, I'll put it somewhere up there in that corner so you guys can go check that out, because from now on, guys, I will be using some of the extract syrups and stuff that I make. So if you guys need a base on how to make some of these things for your wines or your meads or your beers or anything that you're brewing, you can learn how to make those so you can have them. And they are perfect for secondary. If you ever want that little extra oomph or flavor or whatever, you know, your extracts are good for secondary or whatever. But enough on that, because I've already talked about that over and over again. Well, kind of back to what I was talking about. I'm using Myers dark rum to get the Jamaican rum that I want to put up in this, and we're going to use a plantation double aged rum to put on I want to say put on some wood chips. Once again, I don't know if I want to go with French toast or like the medium toast oak or the Amburana, but like I said, the extract already have that. So I'm thinking that we will end up using the chips from last video. I'll show you what I'm talking about, but it's the chips from the zombie video that we used, because I used the extract from there instead of the wood chips. So I think this time we're going to go ahead and put our wood chips up in our secondary, where we rack it from here and put some wood chips up in there, so we can let our racked mead sit on top of the oak for a while. So we are using this for that. I'm not giving a proportion right now. I'll put it up in the video for, you know, options of what you can do, or down in the description below. But we're not going to worry about it too much, but I just wanted to show you what rums I'm using. You can use any rum of your choice, which is fine. Bacardi, Hamilton, any rum that you can get your hand on or whatever, but you might want to get a dark rum or a gold rum or whatever to kind of get a unique flavor, as you want to say, a unique flavor out of that. And once again, I'm using Nate's raw honey, wildflower honey. Like I said, I think this is a pretty good honey. I picked this up from Sam's Club. Pretty sure you can get it from other places, but any wildflower honey would work. Basically, I want the honey to shine, but I don't want it to outshine the other flavors that we have up in here. So that's why I'm using a wildflower honey. You can potentially use a clover honey also. You just want to get that honey taste in the background to know this is basically a mead that we are making. So we're gonna be using about 2 pounds of the honey for this recipe. Also, we will be using BM4x4 yeast, 1/4 teaspoon or whatever. Just want to let you guys know you can also throw in some yeast nutrient, but you should be fine with these items to get the nutrients that you need. But if you want to give a little more reassurance, you can add some yeast nutrient. Just follow the directions for how much to add per gallon or whatever. And once again, our acid is coming from the lemons and the lime. Our tannin will be coming from your extract, because like I said, this was aged on wood, on Amburana wood or whatever. So your tannin is going to come from here. And we have the water, 1 gallon of water in the back, but we basically will be using the 1 gallon of water for top off for the difference of all the juice that we are going to pull from all of this. Because like I say, this is 32 ounces right here. So that's 1 quart or whatever. And you're going to have another 32 ounces of juice that come from the lemons and the lime, which is another quart. And then we have to make up the rest of it with the water that we have up in the back. But I just wanted to kind of go over that. Like I said, you know, guys, I don't want to make things long. I like to make it interesting. Like I said, I love experimenting and I love coming up with new flavors. I love trying to see what the judges think and my friends think, and so, you know, everybody will be like, oh man, like, how did you think about this one? How did you come up with this one? I love to be different. You guys know I like to make my own style of stuff and come up with different recipes and everything like that, for I can try and you guys can try. Once again, like I said, I'll go over my tastings. I'm working on stuff for the tastings or whatever. Believe me, I got a lot of my stuff bottled. A lot more still has to be bottled, but I'm coming up with an idea for the tastings or whatever. But hopefully when I get to it or cross that bridge or whatever, I will finally get you guys updated on certain things. And plus I'm working on some of the stuff that I did lose, but that's neither here nor there. And this is not what that, you know, this video is about. So anyway, with that being said and enough talking, we're going to go ahead and get to this process and get this New Orleans Hurricane Mead done and on the way. So guys, thank you. Let's get to this process.
Yeah, open the door. Open the door. Open the door.
All right, guys. So as you see here, we have our lemons. I went ahead and zested my lemons. Now I'm gonna knock a lemon that we have up in the zester out, but you know, whatever, I need to knock it out. But the reason why I go ahead and zest, guys, is like I told you up in a few videos, you can take this zest and you can make an extract out the zest that you get from this or whatever. See that zest, all that lemon zest or whatever, you can take and make an extract out of that. You can also use it for another beverage that they call a lemon jello, or you can use it for baking. But basically now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this separately and put it up in the oven on 250, and I'm going to let it sit up in the oven until this dries out, so we won't have any moisture left up in our lemon peels. It's going to only be the lemon peel in the oil. And like I said, this stuff is great for preserving and putting it to the side or whatever for any other recipe you might want to use it for, or like I said, for any other beverage you would like to use it for. But now we're also going to take these zested lemons and cut them in half, and we're going to juice our lemons and see how much juice that we get from the 3 pounds that we have bought or whatever. So I'm gonna do that, guys, and the same thing that I did with the lemons, I'm gonna zest the limes and also juice the limes. Be right back. Alright guys, so as you see right here, we have our lemon juice. We have roughly 12 ounces that came from that 3 pound bag, but the 12 ounces is fine, guys. I figure maybe if you use 4 more lemons, you would be fine as far as getting the 16 ounces, but the 12 ounces will work. So don't panic, don't trip, none of that. We good with the 12 ounces. With our bags of limes, we actually have 18 ounces of lime juice right here, and like I said, that's fine or whatever. We're not too detail orientated as far as the exact amounts. It could be rough estimates, give or take or whatever, because you're gonna still get enough flavor out of this. Just because remember, this is 3 pounds of lemons, and this is 3 pounds of lime. But now to go to the passion fruit that I was discussing earlier, where I said I was going to give you guys just a little bit more information. Now, if you guys don't have the Rubicon or can't come across this or whatever, don't worry about it. I just happened, like I said, to pick this up because I seen it in a store. And I said, well, I'll go ahead and get this because I don't know if I'm going to see it anywhere else, and it's something that I can use when I need it. Also, if you don't have this, anybody that's up in Texas, probably New Mexico or parts of Louisiana, but mostly I've seen this up in Texas. This is a passion fruit concentrate that I used to get out there. Since there's a lot of Latin people in Texas, obviously Texas tend to have a lot of fruits that the culture drinks or used for eating or anything like that. You can correct me, but it's no problem. I'm just letting you guys know that I have got the passion fruit out there. I found soursop out there, and some other fruits like prickly pear. I can find that abundant in Texas, and like I said, I have family members that stay out there, so usually when I go to Texas, I try to re-up on some of my concentrates and juices and all of that good stuff. And plus, if you have any markets around you that sell these things, once again, you could probably end up finding this stuff up in one of those kind of specialty market, Asian market, Latin market, so on and so forth. But you can also, like I said, substitute this out for the Rubicon and use the whole bottle if you like. You use the whole bottle, half the bottle, or whatever, because like I said, it's a concentrate. So I guess it just depends on how much of that passion fruit flavor you want. Is up to you. Also, once again, I made a passion fruit wine. You can check that out. I'll put it up in there for the link to check the video out. But the fruit that I got for that video came from Walmart, Wally World. So Walmart also has passion fruit up in the bag, and I think it's 3 pounds. But that one bag should be fine for flavor or whatever. So you can use that, or you can use 2 bags. It's up to you what you want to do. Like I said, to begin with, this is experimental. I am combining all of this together, and like I said, we'll see where our flavor is at, and this recipe is meant for tweaking. So if you guys want to use more or less when you're making yours, go ahead and do that, and let me know how it come out up in the comments or whatever. Let me know how your tastes or the profile of your mead come out or whatever. But I just wanted to touch base on that right quick, and we will be getting back to the process. But just to let you know, as I go through the process, we are now going to combine our juices together along with the water, but that we're going to add the water after we put our honey up in our pitcher for the mixing. But like I said, let's go ahead and get to this process, guys. Alright guys, so I went ahead and poured our mixture into the hydrometer, and I don't know if you guys can see it. Like I say, sometimes this is hard to focus in, but we have original gravity of 1.092 or 1.094 is roughly between that. So that's a good starting point, and it's fine. And all I'm going to do is go ahead and pour this back into our pitcher right here and get this into our fermenter, and I'll be right back. Alright guys, so we have come to the end of the video, and I am about to add our 1/4 teaspoon of BM 4x4, any yeast you have, you know, wine yeast you have that you want to use. You can use whatever, EC 1118, D47, 71B, Premier Blanc, whatever you have guys, or whatever. So went ahead and put that in there, put our bung and airlock in, and have it sealed basically. And we have our star sand solution up in there, which right here guys, like I tell you, I do sanitize everything that I use or whatever, and you can see. So that's another new batch or new bottle, whatever you want to say, that I picked up. But so I guess you wondering what's going to happen next. Well, what's going to happen next is we're going to allow this to ferment out however long it takes. It usually be a week or more. Sometimes it go faster or whatever. Sometimes just depend on the ingredients or whatever you put up in here. The fermentation can go really quick. So we want this to ferment completely out, and when it ferment completely out, we're going to rack it. After we rack it and, you know, switch it to another fermenter, or use this same fermenter if we rack into a pitcher or whatever, and we are going to balance it out. Obviously I'm not going to make a video of me balancing this one out. I kind of gave you an idea of what you're going to do to balance out the flavor or add extracts or whatever up in the zombie video. But up in this one, I'm just talking you through it as far as what I'm going to do. I'm going to taste it. I'm going to see what else I need to add. Hopefully it doesn't go too dry, but if it does go dry, I'm just going to add a little bit of honey to balance the honey and the other fruits that we have up in here, our lemon, lime, and passion fruit. And we should be fine with the acid, but if not, we can wind up balancing that. You can balance it at home with acid you may have, acid blend or citric, malic, or tartaric. You can play around with a little bit at a time, see what works for you, see what you like, see what you enjoy. To get the rum flavor, like I said, I kind of want to clear up that what I'm going to do is, instead of using the Amburana extract that I just made with the vodka and the Amburana wood chips, I'm going to use the same wood chips that I put the rum on for the zombie, and I'm going to add it after I rack. Well, basically in secondary. I'm going to add it to here in secondary and let it sit on the wood till I figure it, has developed enough rum characteristics or whatever that complements the drink. Because remember, we're trying to mimic a cocktail, but it's going to be a cocktail with a little tinge of honey taste to go behind it. So we're going to see what we're going to do, or at least I'll see what I'm going to do. You guys basically do what you want to do or what you would like to do at home. But like I said, as far as the recipe for here, try to get a hold of some Amburana wood chips. You can look it up online and see who you can get it from. I would try to see if I can put a link or at least put the information down in the description where I got mine from. And you're going to put your rum on top of that, let it soak for a week, 2 weeks, or whatever, or just as long as it takes for this to finish fermenting out. And like I said, you're going to use those wood chips to put up in here. But anyway, not to blabber on or anything. Oh yeah, I just wanted to show you. This is the zest, guys. Like I was telling you earlier, this is the zest. This is the lemon that we got out of here. Smell real good. My son came home, thought I was cooking something or whatever, but nah, it was just the aroma of this filling the whole house, as you can see. But I'm gonna go ahead and put this up in a Ziploc bag or a little spice container or whatever and put it away for future use. Like I said, there's many things that you can do with this. I have explained in my other videos, so check some of those videos out covering what I use my zest for. And that's pretty much it, guys. Like I said, I want to say thank you for chilling with me on the dock of the bay, and make sure you check me out for the last installation of the Tiki series, which was going to be the 3rd video. And we are done with the Hurricane, or as I say, the New Orleans style Hurricane. And if you really wanted to know, it's like, well, I thought they put grenadine up in the Hurricane or whatever. This is more of the traditional. It's basically 4 ingredients, and I already went over those ingredients, and that's pretty much it. But if you wanted to give this a little tinge of red coloring, the grenadine is basically pomegranate, so you can add 3 ounces or substitute in 3 ounces of pomegranate juice, and it'll give it a little red tinge, but it won't be that much. Like I said, 3-4 ounces ain't a lot to really change the color, but with pomegranate, you'll notice it kind of give it a little red tinge. But that's just a little extra tip. But anyway, guys, like I said, we're done. I'll see you on the dock next time. Peace.